previous class also we have discussed about the crus cerebri and about the substantia nigra, and we know that this is a tegmentum and this is a tegmentum, right? So as we know, this is the base part of the brain stem. Okay, in the midbrain, this base part of the brain stem is called by the name of crus cerebri, and this is a tegmentum portion, right? In this base, we know that there are the descending fibers are there, and we have studied about the corticospinal tracts and the corticonuclear and corticobulbar tracts here, right? Then about the substantia nigra also we have covered. Now we have to see about the tegmentum portion. Tegmentum portion usually contains ascending tracts. So what are the kind of ascending tracts are there? First we are going to discuss about them and understand the concept of ascending tracts in the midbrain. Then we will draw the cross-section diagram and understand the position of those fibers, right? So we will understand about first about this tectum part. Okay, so tectum part we will complete. Later we will get to the tegmentum part, right? Tectum part. Tectum part, as already we know that it contains two superior colliculi and two inferior colliculi. And superior colliculi are related with the visual reflexes, right? And inferior colliculi are related with the auditory pathway and auditory reflexes, right? So both are there in the inferior tectum part of the midbrain, right? So first, before understanding the parts, we will understand their arrangement. So we will understand about the different aspects of the tectum part, right? First we will see that inferior colliculus will relate it with the auditory pathway, right? We will understand auditory pathway in very brief so that we can understand the inferior colliculum parts, right? As already we know that this is what? This is our ear, the internal ear, the vestibule of the internal ear, and this vestibule of internal ear is going to carry the sensation through what? What is this nerve? This is a vestibular nerve. Of course, there is a cochlear nerve will also come here, right? Vestibulocochlear nerve is going to come here, and both fibers are going to land on these nucleus. So what are these nucleus? These are the dorsal nucleus of cochlea, and this is the ventral nucleus of cochlea, right? Again, later what is going to happen from the ventral nuclei of the cochlea, the majority of fibers are going to come and get crossed over, okay, in the lower level of pons. This is a midbrain section, pons and the medulla, right? In the lower level of pons, they are going to cross, and the crossing over part is called as what? We already completed that one. This is called as a trapezoid body. The crossover portion of these next order neuron from the ventral cochlear nuclei, they are called as a trapezoid body. Later they run upwards. After crossing, they run upwards to this. Then what is this? This is what? Inferior colliculi. Okay, inferior colliculus. To the inferior colliculus, they are going to carry the next order neuron here. Okay, so what they carry? They carry the hearing neurons. Okay, so from the vestibulocochlear nerves, right? So cochlear fibers are going to relay in the inferior colliculi, right? From the inferior colliculi, the next order neuron will carry the sensation to the medial geniculate body, which present in the anterior aspect of the thalamus. Okay, medial geniculate body is related with the auditory pathway, and lateral geniculate body related with the visual pathway, which we are going to study in the future classes, right? This is the pathway, next order neurons from the inferior colliculi to the medial geniculate body, and these are called as structurally, an outside structure is called as inferior brachium. Okay, inferior brachium. So what we have to see in this section, when we take this section here and we at the level of inferior colliculus, we will have two structure along with the inferior colliculus. Inferior colliculus, nucleus of inferior colliculus will not alone the neuronal body. It is having the receiving neurons also and conducting neurons also. Receiving neurons are these neurons which are called as a lateral lamnisci. Okay, called as lateral lamnisci, which is carrying the fibers to the inferior colliculi. From the inferior colliculi to the medial geniculate body, there is an inferior brachium. Right? Inferior brachium, lateral lamniscus, and inferior colliculi relations are there. This is clear. Okay. Then I want you to have a concentration here. Okay. So let us see this one. Again, this is very brief. From the cochlear nuclei which present here, this is a cochlear neurons from the ear. From here, lateral lamnisci, which is going to end in the inferior colliculus, right? From the inferior colliculus, they are running fibers to through the medial geniculate body here. They are landing on the auditory pathway and the temporal lobe, right? This is one thing. This is the auditory pathway, right? And we'll see the visual pathway also. This is the eyeball, what you are seeing here, and this is the optic nerve. Later, optic chiasma will come, then the optic tract will come, then the optic radiation, which are going to end on the visual cortex, on the occipital lobe. While going there are some neurons which are going to innervate the superior colliculus. Okay, superior colliculus for the visuospinal reflex. Okay, for something, the reflex action for the sudden visual things will come to protect the body. Some gesture is going to form. For that, the visual reflex point is there. Okay, and these two are coming here from the lateral geniculate body. Okay, this is going through the medial geniculate body, right? And both are present in the tectum part, right? From the tectum again we have the descending system here for the lower motor neurons for the tectospinal reflex. Okay, tectospinal reflex the tectospinal tracts include both the superior colliculus fibers and inferior colliculus fibers to the lower motor neurons of skeletal muscles. They are the lower motor neurons are the same neurons which also receives from the corticospinal tract. Both. So this is the tectospinal tract here. Okay. So when we have the lateral lamnisci up to the lower level of the midbrain, and we have this one here. There is a tectospinal tracts which having the fibers from the superior and inferior colliculus to the spinal cord. These two are clear. There is another one which already we know about these things. What is this? The fibers from the dorsal column system. The fibers are carrying here is about the two-touch discrimination and a sense of position. Okay, so all these things are coming through the fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus, ending on their respective, and crossing over will take place, sensory decussation, then run upwards in the form and called as these are called as medial lamniscus. They are called as medial lamniscus, and which are going to come here in the midbrain also, which are going to carry the sensation. Above they are going to the thalamus, right? So these are the another fibers, medial longitudinal fibers, which are carrying to touch, discrimination, vibration, and the sense of position through the medial lamniscus. There is another, you heard about spinal lamniscus, right? Spinal lamniscus. What this spinal lamniscus is made up of? It is made up of three type of neuronal fibers. One is the blue color, what you see is a ventral spinothalamic tract. Okay, and green color dorsal spinothalamic tract. Okay, both will carry the touch, temperature, pain sensation from the body, right? And which is having along with another type, which is a spinotectal pathway. spinotectal fibers. Okay, spinotectal path means from the spine to the tectum. Tectum means here about the this one, superior and inferior colliculi area. So these are the same thing. From here to here they are going to land up. See all these together will form the spinal lemniscus, right? So spinal lemniscus includes ventral and dorsal spinothalamic tract, which carry pain, pressure and temperature. This the spinotectal path has to end on the inferior collicula here. Okay, so the other two fibers are running towards the thalamus, right? Other two means dorsal spinothalamic tract and the ventral spinothalamic tract, which are carrying the sensation to the fibers are relaying in the thalamus, right? So in the upper part of the midbrain, if you have taken a section, we don't find these spinotectal path because it's already ended here. We will find only these two, lateral and the dorsal spinothalamic tracts in the upper part of the midbrain. Okay, so whenever we will draw this diagram, imagine that these fibers are not there. Okay, so above the inferior colliculus, these fibers we will not find. Okay, we will be having only dorsal and ventral spinothalamic tract. So next what? See here another pathways are there. Okay, this is a cerebellum, right? Cerebellum has four type of nuclei, which we are going to study later. Another one nuclei is having a typical name as a denticulate nucleus. This is the denticulate nucleus, right? This is the denticulate nucleus of the cerebellum, right? Which is carrying the fibers through what? What is this? What is this? This is the superior cerebellar peduncle, right? Superior cerebellar peduncle. Through the superior cerebellar peduncle, they are going to get crossed over where? In the lower part of the midbrain, right? In the lower part of the midbrain, the denticulate nuclei fibers from the cerebellum, they are going to get crossed and they are going to get relay inside these nucleus, which is red color, in the upper part of the midbrain. Upper part of the midbrain at the superior collicular level, this is called as a red nucleus, right? Red nucleus. And from the red nucleus, the next order neurons are carrying sensation towards the thalamus, right? So whole pathway is a denticuleto-rubrothalamic pathway. Okay, they are the sometimes they are called as rubrocerebellar pathway or cerebello-rubral pathway, right? So these are the pathway, and we will find in the lower level of the midbrain. We will find the cross section or fibers which are crossing over here. They are the rubrocerebellar. We will call the rubrocerebellar fibers. In the upper part of the midbrain, we will have red nucleus related with the same structure. So if we draw here, what is this? These are the crossover of what? They are the crossovers of these rubrocerebellar in the cerebellum denticulate or rubrodenticulate fibers, right? These are the rubrodenticulate fibers, which is in the inferior collicular level. If you come to the upper part, superior collicular level, we will find actually red nucleus instead of these crossover fibers, right? So these are the one thing which we need to understand the concept. Okay, so almost the crossover fibers we understood. What are things we have understood? The tectospinal pathway, the spinotectal pathways here, then the denticuleto-rubrothalamic pathway and their crossover, which present here, you can see, and we will see the lateral lemniscus, which are related with the auditory pathway relaying in the inferior colliculus, continuing with the inferior brachium to the medial geniculate body. From the medial geniculate body, the fibers next order neurons are going for the auditory centers, right? And again here we will come across these structures, right? Then we will have medial lemniscus, which are related with the vibration, to touch discrimination and the sense of position, and thalamic, dorsal and ventral spinothalamic tracts, which forms the spinal lemniscus along with the spinotectal tract. They are going to run in the midbrain. One thing you need to remember that this spinotectal path is going to end in the inferior colliculus here, and the continuation of the ventral and the dorsal spinothalamic tract towards the thalamus. So in the lower level of the midbrain, we will have all these three fibers in the spinal lemniscus, but upper part of the midbrain at the superior colliculus level, we don't find the spinotectal tract because it's going to end here. We do find only these two, ventral and spinal thalamic tracts. Okay, so after understanding this one, now we will study the another portion, which is now here. The gray matter surrounding the cerebral aqueduct. This gray matter surrounding the cerebral aqueduct is called as peri-aqueductal gray matter. Okay, the gray matter surrounding the cerebral aqueduct is called as peri-aqueductal gray matter. They contain some of the cranial neurons. Right? For example, at the inferior level, we will have two neurons are here on the lateral aspect of the periventricular. Okay, so two neurons are there, nuclei are there related with the trochlear nucleus. They are called as a trochlear nucleus. Right? The neurons, the axons of the trochlear neurons are going to come out from the posterior aspect, crossing these inferior colliculus, and these are the inferior commissure. Okay, commissure fibers which are crossing the inferior colliculus. Crossing on the inferior commissure, the runs outwards like this and coming anterior to the midbrain. Okay, this is a fourth cranial nerve. Okay, the nucleus are present here inside it, right? At the superior collicular level, we will have another two nuclei related to the cranial nerves. Third, oculomotor nuclei. They are going to come out here. They are going to come out crossing the substantia nigra, then through the crus cerebri, medial half of it is going to come out on the medial surface of the crus cerebri here and come out like this. Okay, this is the third cranial nerve. Very simple pathway, doesn't have and they don't contain any other fibers except in third there are some autonomic nervous system are there from the Edinger-Westphal nucleus. In the upper part of the midbrain, we will have Edinger-Westphal nucleus which are carrying the parasympathetic fibers along with the third cranial nerve. Okay, and we are going to find this portion in the upper part of the midbrain, not in the lower part. In the lower part, what we will have the trochlear nucleus and their pathways, like this. Right? So majority part we understood, and we have to place the structures in cross section, which we study in the next class.